And then we left it on over the weekend and then it got colder.
Is it doc? Yeah.
Did you
should be
leave
able to do it at DocuSign.
Yes, this morning.
Oh my God.
Good for
Where's,
you.
where's Tanner? Is he over talking? Oh,
Because I walked in this morning, I looked at what it looked like in here and I was like, nine.
You think that each like 95.
It was on AC because they changed it for the awards, because there were so many people here that it was hot. And then they left it, take care, it was left on cool for the weekend.
Did you see the thing?
And then
No, I haven't gone and looked yet. Is it so cool? Did you like keep betting on it? Because I only saw your one bet. So it didn't matter that you were the highest. So you weren't the highest. So it was a literal raffle. I should have done it.
It'll actually work.
This thing is really cool.
I know.
More matching pants.
Where are yours from?
Probably Target.
That's where mine are from.
You really are matching.
Mine comes with a little coat.
Oh, really?
They could be the same. Do you guys all have access to the participant guide? Okay, so we do sell physical Ignite books, which has a nice like follow through and notes of the slide. $3. If not, you guys want to go to our website, you can access the online version. You can either do physical or online. Online's completely free. Physical is just nice because it's in a one workbook. Okay, so that's up to you.
All right, so.
What's it on?
If you go to kw7h.com. Are you starting to find
Hey, mate. Yeah, Saturday I finally crawled out of bed. Well, although I was here on Friday.
Agent resources.
Now, do I need the presenter thing too, or is it? I know this is does this mirror what's on the participant guide?
Is this the facilitator guide? This isn't the facilitator guide, this is the
Do
presentation.
I need to get the facilitator guide too?
Probably figure out reference.
So should I have a separate?
Oh God, I messed it up. I don't know where that.
Do you want a printed one?
There we go.
Please. Yeah, that would be awesome.
That was. So. Like, MC.
Yes. You need to listen to more.
Well, I knew, I've known that song forever, I just didn't even download it.
Actually, you can go.
You say this every single time. Oh,
Anybody on Zoom?
No. Crap.
Goodness gracious.
There we go.
Sit tight for me for just 1 minute, get my facilitator guide, and we're gonna get started. How was everybody's weekend? Finally felt better. I was sick all last week, so between a week in Vegas and then a week with the flu, I don't know which one was more exhausting. Ah, I do my jacket. Thank you. I feel, yeah, much better. the brokerage fees that are commissions. They can just get a portion of it taken out, give it to the team. There's no responsibility from the team owner to pay. Either my thinking of the handbook.
Right now, it's part of my family. I think you guys will attend it.
They should. They
I
should.
said, if you didn't, however, we'll get a Google review, but you did it, since it's my vote, but I know you did it. Please be that. That's interesting. All these people, still love the rest. Every season is from
I've already done Ignite. I don't think I'm gonna do it again.
I, not,
You should do it.
I can't, it's a job.
Every day you can do it.
Not like,
What? Whatever it is, my piece of art in my office. All right. Hate to give you my facilitator guide, so we're gonna go and get started. All right. All right, we are ready to get started. So, welcome to Ignite. This is something that's really cool. I am learning this as we go. All right, first of all, we know what TCPA is. We know what our telemarketing activities that we do, any phone calls we make, we need to be compliant. If somebody's on the do not call list, we cannot call them. We also need to make sure that we do not speak about financial cover all the time. We don't talk about commission, we don't talk about anything like that until we're actually in front of the client. Okay, so really what Ignite is, it's a month long. From what my understanding of it is, it's like a boot camp that will basically help you basically get your career jump started. So really where we want to start is we want to start in learning how to be a real estate expert. Then we're going to focus on lead generation, lead follow-up, and then getting into transactions. So what is the first part of being a real estate expert? It's sparking your career. So if you look here, there's 20 different classes that are going to be offered throughout the month of March. Today, we're going to talk about sparking your career. Tomorrow, embracing your job. Wednesday, connecting with your market, and then defining your value later in the week. So today, we're going to talk about a bunch of things. We're going to talk about KW culture. As you know, Keller Williams is a very culture-driven company. We definitely value the culture that we've created at our company. We're going to talk about the resources available to you, creating a daily success system, changing the way you think, also seeing the value in Keller Williams in our market center. What is the vision for your career? And then we're going to recap with some AHAs, which AHA, does anybody know what AHA stands for? At least when we talk about AHAs here, like you talk about your AHA moment, it's agents helping agents. So we're going to talk about what we learned. AHA, there we go. Love it. So as Gary Keller, who we refer to as what, Alex? GK, as GK said, in the Millionaire Real Estate Investor. Anyone can do it, not everyone will. Will you? Okay, so here's 6 personal perspectives. We need to commit to self-mastery. We need to master our craft. Then we're going to learn about the 80-20 principle, moving from E to P, being learning based on the foundation of your action plan, removing your limiting beliefs, which is a huge one. I think number 5, okay, so number 5 is always a tough one, right? When we're talking about our bold truths, what's number 5 bold truth? There is no try, that's your favorite one, isn't it? So, but in this one, our 5th personal perspective is removing your limiting beliefs, which is really, really difficult. Sometimes we have things that prevent us from succeeding because we have a limiting belief. And then we're going to learn how to be accountable. So number 1, commit to self-mastery. So I need to get into my part here. Okay. The first perspective is that all high achievers share is to commit to self-mastery. Notice it is not a commitment to mastery, it is a commitment to self-mastery. What is the difference between mastery and self-mastery? So self-mastery is the possession of great knowledge, skills, and habits that make you the master of you. Okay? When you commit to achieving self-mastery, number one, you know your goals. Number two, you know your strengths and your weaknesses. Number three, you know how to work with both your strengths and weaknesses to seek and master the necessary knowledge, skills, and habits to reach your goals. Throughout Ignite, you will be acquiring the skills and developing habits to be successful, moving you forward towards self-mastery. So, are you committed to self-mastery? So, are you committed to knowing your goals, your strengths, and your weaknesses? Are you willing to be vulnerable? Are you willing to acknowledge where you may fall short or where you may lack? And then are you committed to acquiring the knowledge, skills, and habits to be successful in this business? So we're going to talk about the 80-20 principle. Does anybody know what the 80-20 principle is? What is the 80-20 principle? You agree with that, Freddie?
Yes.
So the idea that 20% of your actions lead to 80% of your results may be one of the most powerful principles you can apply in your life. It is about getting the most from your time and effort. It is about maximizing your results. It's about having focus. This is what we talk about, working smarter, not harder. When you realize that 20% of your effort, 20% of your action will bring out 80% of the results, it's pretty amazing. You will sometimes hear the 20% activities referred to as your big rocks, or your one thing, or the thing that is producing your income. So what do you think is the most dollar productive activity of a real estate agent? Cold calling? Okay, cold calling. Lead generation, which is cold calling is a part of lead generation. Okay, so generating leads, lead generation, committing to generating more business is the big thing, is the one thing that you can do to make yourself more productive. In Ignite, we identify your 20% for you. Your dollar productive activity is, like you said, lead generation. When you commit to lead generation, you will make more money. You will have more time with your family. You'll be more organized. So we're going to teach you how to move from E to P. So the E is entrepreneurial approach. The entrepreneurial approach is doing what comes naturally to you. So when you're on the entrepreneurial path, you have disappointment, you have resignation, greener pastures, and you go up and you go down, and the cycle continues. You have your ups, you have your downs. This is what comes naturally to most people, especially people that are real estate agents. Because of the fact that you know when you became a real estate agent that you went into business for yourself. You are a small business, you are a business owner. You are entrepreneurial in the fact that you started your own business. So this most likely is what comes naturally to you. This is unnatural. This is taking your focus, implementing models and systems, and having breakthroughs. And eventually your trajectory goes up. You don't have to worry about the peaks and the valleys. It's all peak. All you're doing is ascending to greater heights year over year. And we want to move our business from the entrepreneurial approach to the purposeful approach. So the third perspective that top performers recognize is how to move from being E to P. All of us can attain a certain level of success, utilizing our natural abilities. But eventually, at some point, we're going to hit a ceiling. And that ceiling is going to limit us. We're going to allow that ceiling to limit our business. We're going to hit it, we're going to dip. We're going to rise, and we're going to hit it again, and we're going to dip. Whereas the purposeful approach has us breaking through that ceiling. How many of us came from a salary job or an hourly job to become a teacher? Okay. So what was your greatest fear when you did that? You're still there.
I'm still with my 4
Yeah.
My goal is
Your goal is to transition out of it.
My biggest fear, I would say, is making sure that I can still meet my financial needs.
But what, on the flip side, what is the most exciting thing about
Being my own boss.
Being your own boss?
Control of my daily schedule.
it? And being in control of your income too. So many of us who left a salary job for a career in business and real estate say they hit a ceiling with where they were at before. And you are limited in how much you can get promoted, how much you can make. High achievers are always looking for the more purposeful way. By doing this, you are breaking through the ceiling of natural behavior. Wouldn't you like to achieve success and break through that ceiling? How about living a larger life? Ignite is not only designed to help start your business, but it's helped to grow your business. Ignite will help you move from entrepreneurial to purposeful and implementing a better mindset, more models, more systems, and having personal breakthroughs. The fourth perspective, and it's pretty obvious because you're already doing it by being here, is being learning-based. Keller Williams is known for our training, our learning, our teaching. A learning-based individual appreciates learning for their own improvement. They know what they know, and they know there's always more to know. An individual who does not appreciate learning is referred to as ignorance-based. They know what they know, and they ignore everything else. Learning-based individuals have made the decision to use effective learning as a foundation piece for their action plan to develop their life. So ignorance-based people, they know what they know, and everything else they don't care about. You can actually achieve a better version of self-actualization if you become learning-based and know that there's always more that you can be learning. Albert Einstein once said, "I am neither especially clever nor especially gifted. I am only very, very curious." Being learning-based means staying in curiosity and being eager to learn more. So here's the tough one. Number 5. This is where I live right now. Remove your limiting beliefs. The 5th perspective is to remove your limiting beliefs. High achievers remove beliefs that hold them back. So give me an example of limiting beliefs. Talking to people. Okay. So how would that, so what's the belief behind that? What would be your belief? What would be the reason that you would not?
I never wanted to do it.
Okay, so your belief is that by talking to them real estate, you're going to move. Okay. Okay.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's annoying. Oh, gosh.
I don't believe it anymore.
Oh, man, spend 4 days in Vegas with this guy. All he did was talk about real estate. My gosh.
DK this.
Oh
DK
my
that.
gosh. Oh. No, but it is so true. We so often have these beliefs in our mind that are telling us, hey, you shouldn't do this because of this anticipated result. Or you shouldn't say this because you think you know the answer. A limiting belief is, I don't have enough time for training. Bull crap. I watched probably 22 hours of TV in the last week. Yes, I was sick. But what could I have been doing different from the comfort of my bed when I was sick? I could have learned more. I could have sought something out on YouTube. I could have taken a training class. I could have gotten another certification. There's so many other things I could have done. Instead, I said, I don't have time for that. I'll watch catfish marathons on MTV. Okay. So instead of me investing that time into myself and getting better, I chose to do something mindless. So my limiting belief was that, oh, I'm sick. I don't have time to do this. When in fact, actually, I had time. I can't be successful in this market. When is the best time to get into the real estate market as a leader? Whenever you decide to, yes. When is the worst time? Never. Okay? I can't devote 3 hours each day to lead generation. Bull crap. Because in 30 days from now, when I don't have a closing, I could go look back 30 days from then. I'm like, okay, what did I do 30 days ago that is putting me in this position right now? Nothing. I chose to do nothing. I chose not to dedicate time to lead generation because I didn't think I had the time to do it. Well, 30, 60, 90 days from that, I'm sitting there without money in my bank account because I didn't dedicate the time to generate that business. So those are limiting beliefs. So when you unlimit your thinking, you unlimit your success. So here we go. So in the participant guide, you have the reframe limiting beliefs activity. Is there one in there? Okay. So it says, give one example. I have to be an expert and know everything before I can begin my business. I'm not valid yet. I'm eager. Okay. You all have paper? Yes. Okay. Then I actually want y'all to go down and write down now.
That sounded like me.
Yeah. I want you all to go in now and write down 2 of your current limiting beliefs. And it can't be anything that I've already said. All right. Somebody want to give an example? Okay. Okay. So you're worried about saying the wrong thing. Okay. Alex?
I don't have enough time in my day to complete everything I want to.
Okay. All right. So let's unlimit those beliefs. So Brandy, tell me how you could unlimit that.
Spending more time to train and become more knowledgeable.
Like that.
It's a lot easier. Every year ago.
Yeah. So taking time developed to devote it to training, that would unlimit that belief. What is the way you could unlimit your belief, Alex?
I see that be more precise goal that you say.
So more intentional, more 20%. So what's a good strategy to implement to make that happen for you?
I need to get a plan.
Get a plan, start time blocking. You don't love time blocking, but it is effective.
I agree. I struggle with, when I come here, I do my stuff. When I go to Costco, I do their stuff. And when I go home, I don't do
You don't do
anything.
anything.
I'm done. I'm done for the day. So 12 hours of
So let me ask you, I'm gonna pick on Alex here. I'll pick on you the more I get to know you, Brandy. But
Don't get to know.
so I remember when we first started talking, when you joined productivity coaching, you had said that you wanted to stay up late and video game with your friends.
Yeah.
That was a priority to you. So that was preventing you from getting up early and working on your real estate business. Is that correct?
Fine.
Okay, at the time. Now, what has changed since then? What do you do now every morning? What time do you get up?
So,
You get up at 7. What do you do at 8 o'clock every morning? He's on an accountability call with Kristen every single morning, like never fails, to the point where he makes me look bad because I'm not on the call. Okay. And after that call, what are you sometimes here? You're sometimes here before I am. I walk in and he's in my office before I'm in my office. So you're talking about 4 months ago, somebody who wanted to stay until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, sleep in the morning because they had to go to work later that day, had a 9 to 5 job or 12 to 9 job or whatever, working for somebody else who pivoted completely into investing in his real estate business and prioritized what is most important for me generating my business, because what he's doing now is living like none of his other friends live. And I've seen it. I've literally seen it in action. And just in 4 months, achieving a higher level of maturity, because he is now realizing where that time is better spent. And now while I love gaming, I always sit there and I'll play Xbox until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I love that. That's a great weekend thing if I don't have anything else to do. But knowing now that taking that time and investing it later and putting it into action for things that is going to have you, that's going to turn a better profit for you, not just personally, but professionally, that completely has shifted your mindset. So we need to remove our limiting beliefs. Number 6, this is so hard for people as well. Be accountable. What does being accountable mean to you?
I need to know that. I don't like, my family's very bad at, tomorrow. Take the day. I don't like that. I don't want to work the other week.
You want somebody else?
I took off this part of the but they like that. Needed to leave. That took a week. I'm like, no.
Right. Yeah.
It's not.
Are you using this right?
No. So what does being accountable mean to you, Brady?
Being responsible. I think I hold myself accountable personally. Sometimes I make the rules for myself. But and I'll give you an example. Like I didn't say to myself, "Oh, I'm not being smart enough. I'll get it up and we generate whatever. If I don't do that one, guess what? I'm gonna be up at night."
I see. So that is good. That is a good perspective. Now you say, did you see that as being hard on yourself, or do you see that as just
Being accountable.
Being accountable.
Being responsible, basically saying, okay, I didn't do it at the time I said I would, but I'm still gonna do it.
And you know what you realize is that, because you have kids, right? Yes. So you have a family life outside of work. You have a full-time career, which I think it's amazing that we have 2 dual career agents in here. 2 people that have other responsibilities outside of being a realtor. You have your family. He has his friends, and I met his family the other night. Amazing family. He's got, they're really close, which is sometimes being close to your family means, hey, we're doing stuff together. And I miss the time that I don't get to spend with my family. You miss the time you don't get to spend with your family. You have a full-time career you have to focus on. So your lead generation time, your time you dedicate to being a real estate agent is pretty limited as far as hours in the day. But you see the value in saying, hey, if I wake up this morning and I don't lead generate, I have to make that time. It's not that I can just erase off my calendar. It has has to be supplemented somehow. So whether you say, okay, I'm doing 2 hours of regeneration in the evening because I didn't do it this morning, or you're saying, hey, I'm gonna do 4 hours tomorrow because I didn't do 2 hours today, you're still holding yourself accountable, and I love that, because the thing is, the time has to go somewhere. The activity has to go somewhere. And you've seen that is holding yourself accountable, and I love that. But give me an example of how you may be hard on yourself. You give yourself,
I
you give
set
yourself any grace.
goals, daily goals,
Okay.
quite often. And if I don't obtain them, I beat myself up.
Okay,
I'm
now
stressed out.
define beat yourself up. Do you consider yourself, oh, I failed at today? Today was a failure, or do you say, you know what? I did hit the mark today. I know I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
I say I failed today, and sometimes I won't sleep over.
You'll lose sleep over, okay? That doesn't mean hard on yourself. Okay. Alex, are you hard on yourself?
Oh. No.
Okay. So
I
I'm
used to
saying,
be, but I'm very like,
you know, in this industry, the true way to be hard on yourself is when you wake up and the money's not your thing. And you look at you're at Monday and you're looking at the week and saying, I don't have any closings this week. By nature of that, that's gonna be hard on you for you. Okay, and then you use that as your motivator. You're like, okay, what can I do different next week to make sure that this is not happening again?
it's the quote of like, if you get 1% out every day, like that is just a thing that I say over and over and get in my head.
Get a quarter better.
Like, I don't know close to right, but I'm doing shit that doesn't give me.
You're taking one other step towards, yeah.
So I don't know if I'm necessarily hard on myself. I make sure I do stuff. I make sure I wake up. I make sure I'm on the call. I make sure like keep me going on.
And you're doing the things. You're showing up, you're doing the activities. By y'all being here today, I love this. So are you gonna be here tomorrow too?
I'm gonna try.
You're gonna be here tomorrow too?
I work mornings.
Okay, I know, and it's, you know, you sometimes just showing up is the thing it takes. Being around here, being around other people, being around top producers, being around no producers, being around the people that are just here showing up sometimes is exactly what you need in order to help hold yourself accountable. So, an accountable person says, everything in my life is a result of my choices and my actions. I own my life. An accountable person does not play the victim. Accountability is a tool for continually changing the results in your life in the areas that matter the most. It's your 20%. A person who is accountable in their 20% says, I own my life, and in certain areas, I want to continually improve my results. I will be purposeful and I will be learning based to continue improving. Happiness is not an individual sport. It is a team sport. Your business success is not an individual sport. As Gary Keller has said, and has learned, no one succeeds alone. This quote here comes from Sean Aker, who pioneered research that reveals happy humans are more productive, creative, and better at problem solving, even healthier and less stressed. Would you agree that these outcomes lead to better success? Would you agree? Would you agree that happy humans are more productive, creative, and better at problem solving, and even healthier and less stressed? Would you agree that these outcomes lead to better business success?
Yeah.
So do you think happy people are the ones that are more successful? Do you think they're happy because they're successful, or they're successful because they're happy? You think? I've met some happy poor people. And I've met some really depressed rich people. So it's all about mindset, right? Would you say it's about mindset?
I don't think you have to be rich to be happy.
Let's talk about our ahas now. So from our first set here, talk about our ahas.
I always struggle with like accountability.
Okay, how can we do that?
I mean, I didn't go get the same thing to buy a photo for a month ago. Costco probably something, but I follow what I want.
So when are you gonna go buy plane today? No, are you gonna do it today? Okay, so here you go.
Costco has it all.
Okay, so Brandy, I want you to hear me. I want you to do it today, Alex. You owe me $27.55 from the other night. I want you to take that $27.50. I want you to buy yourself a planner. No, I don't want you to pay me. I want you to buy yourself a planner. And I want you to write my name, courtesy of Chad Stice, my coach, on the top of that planner. I want to see that planner tomorrow. Okay? I want to see that planner tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Yes, it takes so long to buy a planner.
I do. Yeah.
Any other ahas?
Uh-huh.
So we're going to talk about KW culture. Hey, Keller Williams is big on mindset. Keller Williams is also big on models and systems based on proven success strategies of those who have found success before. Our job is to take advantage of this collective wisdom so we can be highly successful as well and make this our chosen career for life. Now let's see how a KW culture will power you through your career. So we're going to talk about KW culture. So what do we have? We're committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We have Red Day. We have KW Cares. Everybody knows what KW Cares is, right? Yes, I gave them a nice chunk of my money last week in order to have something really cool sitting in my office right now. We're talking about wealth building. We're talking about we're committed to KW Kids, KW Wellness. We have our family fund. We have a lot of things that set us apart from other brokerages. We are committed to making this culture the best of any brokerage out there. We have our Red Day. We have cultural ambassadors. There's just a lot of things that we do to promote a good culture in our company. MVVP stands for mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspectives. Today, we're going to take a look at the mission and beliefs of KW. So I'm sure you all have seen this before. Our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. We talk about our Y4C2TS, which is when we talk about our beliefs, this is our belief system. All Keller Williams associates agree to abide by these beliefs because it's the right thing to do. So we're going to read each one. W stands for win-win or no deal. In everything that we do, we want to make sure that we create a win-win situation for everyone. I is integrity. We always want to do the right thing. C, customers always come first, or I say clients, but customers. We want to be committed in all things. We want to have communication. We want to first understand when we communicate. We don't want to just speak for the sake of speaking. We want to understand. We want to be creative. We want to put ideas before results. We want to have a sense of teamwork. We want to build trust. We want to create equity, which is opportunities for all, and then achieve success. So let's discuss equity for a minute. Passed in 1968, the Fair Housing Act made it illegal to discriminate concerning the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, religion, national origin, color, gender identity, and sexual orientation. This law was expanded to prohibit discrimination based on disability or family status in 1988. The National Association of Realtors reminds us that we are stewards of the rights of all to own, use, and transfer property, and that we must protect the free market that depends on equal opportunity. We must hold ourselves responsible to protect housing rights in our country. In addition, we need to be open to diverse clients and their needs, because that is just good business. Throughout Ignite, we'll present more about how equity, diversion, and inclusion can benefit your business. You can learn more from KW classes such as The Color of Real Estate, Unconscious Bias, and The Agent of Distinction. Learn more about these and diversity, equity, and inclusion on our Connect app. So if you want to learn more about that, go to Connect. Diving a little deeper into some other ways that we create good culture, we have Red Day, which is actually coming up in May. The entire company sets aside the second Thursday of every May to renew, energize, and donate within communities we serve. I think last year they did it at Matthew 25. So I think this year is where we're doing that again. Are we? I don't know, but basically I'll take a day and we're just volunteering that day and doing nothing else. KW Cares, we're dedicated to serving associates and their qualifying family members experiencing hardship as a result of sudden emergency. Last year, 2 people from our market center benefited from KW Cares, and their families did as well. We had 2 tragic deaths in our KW family, and KW Cares stepped up and donated towards their funeral costs. And then we have KW Kids Can. It's dedicated to empowering adults to unlock their greatest potential. Aha. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the KW value and the value of the market center. In 1983, Keller Williams was founded, and since then, Keller Williams has cultivated an agent-centric, technology-driven, and education-based culture that rewards agents as stakeholders. That is seen through our profit share. Keller Williams is the world's largest global real estate franchise by agent count and has more than 1,100 offices and 200,000 associates. KW is also #1 in units and sales volume in the United States and the forefront of technology, training, and culture. KWX is the holding company of Keller Williams and is composed of Keller Williams Worldwide, Keller Offers, Keller Home Financial Services, and it also has Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered, which are all designed to serve you, the agent, and your clients. These statistics right here are from year end of 2021. Top franchise for veterans, top female-friendly company, top 500 franchises in 2022, one of the world's best employers, voted with America's best customer experience in 2022, America's best employers for women and new grads, and best employers for diversity in 2021. We also offer training and coaching. And you can also go to KW Connect, which is through your Command app, to learn more about the training and coaching and the other opportunities that are available to you. One of the big things is events. We just got back from family reunion. Alex, do you want to talk a little bit about family reunion and what we experienced there?
Family reunion was great. It was like 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like quite a bit of you want to know Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like there's specialized cases for everyone, or if that's anything, like exactly what you want to learn more about, you're the top people of the teach you. And then it's same time, you meet a bunch of people, it's like, you know, get a little dark beach, so it's like. 20,
Mhm. Yep.
You met people, almost the whole thing together, there's like vendors and stuff, for like real estate, like selling, like, this is like, there's stuff that like helps.
I can't believe.
At the same time, there's teaching, GK, teaching
Mhm.
stuff, and like the top of the top people, have like this giant seminars where like all 50,000 people attend at once. You know, like they talk to everyone, which is just insane. It's just beautiful. And yeah, it's insane. It's a lot, but it's great. Enjoy it.
Also, as stated before, we are a tech company. We provide technology to agents, and one of the things that we can offer better than anybody else is our app Command, which basically can run your entire business out of, and it is cloud-based, which means you can do it on the go. You don't need to tie your computer. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from your iPad. You can do it any place in the world. And it is pretty amazing. I am still learning. I think I probably only utilize 5% of what Command can do, if that. It is pretty amazing. And of course, what do we have that nobody else has? But what else do we have here at the Market Center that nobody else has? Pay. Yes. So we talk about the language, the lore, the language of real estate. So our market center outperforms every other brokerage in the Cincinnati area month over month, which means we are outpacing any other brokerage, not just Keller Williams brokerages. We're talking about every other brokerage in the Cincinnati area. We are taking more listings, we're closing more deals, we're making more money. And the reason is that we have better training. It is just a matter of fact. We have better training. What do we have else? What else does Keller Williams have that really nobody else has? We have ALC, our Associate Leadership Council. These are agents that have signed on a year-long basis to basically lead the culture, lead the education direction, lead the trajectory of our market center. They're volunteering a lot of their time that they could be out lead generating, but they could be out focusing on their business, and they're pouring it back into the market center for two reasons. First of all, because they care. Second of all, it is good for their business. Now, they could be spending an hour extra a week cold calling, or an hour extra a week following up with clients, or an hour extra a week, calling expireds and BizBos, but instead they are spending that extra hour or 2 or 3 or more sometimes investing it back in the market center, knowing that it is going to help agents build their business, and in turn is going to build their business as well. The other thing we have is we have our leadership team. We have our OP Tara, we have our team leader Kristen, we have our MCA Lindsay, we have our technology trainer Peyton, we have me as a productivity coach. We have so many people here that are just getting up every morning, coming here and dedicated to building our agents' businesses. We also talk about, we have profit share. This is so cool. You have passive income with profit sharing. Last month, I think it was $300 something I got. It's actually why we were in Las Vegas. I had like a direct deposit for like $300 something for profit share. Just something that I didn't have to go out and do. Then I doubled it. I bet it all in black and I doubled it. But it doesn't cost me anything. I recruited people into the market center. They create business from the profit they generate to the market center. That profit is divvied up among the agents, and if you have helped contribute to that, you get a benefit from that. So every month on the 21st, put in your account. Never. So any ahas when we talk about the value of KW and the value of our market center? Anything you want to talk about? Talk about Command.
Well, how long are you just joining the office?
Just here for a minute.
will say, like, I try to come to the office all the time, and like, my goal after the meeting is to come here in the morning. It's like a 40-minute drive from me, so it's, you know, it's great. Like you said, I joined Christmas calls in the morning, which I can recommend. I love it. All myself on a PC, East Webridge. Just being a part of the office is much easier being around people. It really does help me. It's like I come, I used to go to the coffee shop all myself for about 30 days, but I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hang out, gonna loose do things. But then you come here and go around all these other kids, so doing calls, share.
You can't really sit here and not be.
People help you out, especially the more and more people get comfortable with you. Like,
They'll call you up.
Jennifer Pope, she's great. She said on the call this morning, this week she wants to make a very close social media video. She said, so I need you guys to yell at me all week long until I make that video on social media. And so it's just like stuff like that. So if I go over there, I'll let you make a video again. I'm like, hey, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Or like same thing, rather play it all. It's like stuff like that. It's stuff that you need to do, but it only really happens if you go around the office and you're talking to people and you're telling people things of that nature. Like Kristen is all the time. She's like, I need 5 appointments today. She's like, if you see me hanging out in the kitchen, tell me to get back to my office and go make calls. Just like stuff like that.
Yeah. It is good to know.
Yeah.
When you walk in, you tell somebody else your goal, or you tell somebody else what you want to do that day, and if you're here, they're gonna hold you to it.
Yeah. You get to yell at people as you get yelled at.
Oh, I love that. All right, we're going to talk about our resources. We're going to talk about the resources that KW has to offer. So, like we said, we've got Keller Williams Worldwide, which is international. We have our Keller Mortgage. We have Manage, which is property management. We have covered our warranty division. And then we have Keller Offers, which will actually, if you utilize that, leverage that properly, you can actually go out and be, making offers on people's properties as well. So you have so many options available. Our agents and clients are right here. You've got either selling, buying, living. You've got, in the living side, we talk about repair and maintenance upgrades. That is your Keller covered. You've got for buying, you've got what we do as agents. We plan and search, negotiate. You've got your mortgage and insurance, which we can offer through Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered. Your closing, your move-in, your sellers here. You've got that. So there's so many options that you have available to you. So we've talked about before about value. We talk about our resources. We have so many opportunities available to us to grow and learn as agents. Even if we're not out perfecting our craft as an agent, there's different things we can do to go out and add another tool to our tool belt. So we talk about Agent Plus. So with Keller Home Loans, we have Agent Plus, which means you can actually go out and you can become a licensed loan officer, and on a referral basis, you can refer clients to our in-house loan officer, Craig Davis, to refinance or to undertake a primary mortgage, and then you get a commission if that loan closes. So what would be a good opportunity for me as an agent that's been in the business a little while is last year we saw unprecedented interest rates. When I say unprecedented, I'm talking about in modern history, we had unprecedented high interest rates, higher interest rates. Historically, they really weren't that high, but in recent history, they were somewhat high than what people were used to compared to like how low they were during COVID. So we had clients that closed at almost an 8% interest rate. And now that they're dipping back down into the mid 6s, what am I going to do? I'm going to call them and be like, hey, you may not be ready to buy or sell right now. Let's talk about refinancing. Hey, I got a guy you can talk to. Let me send you over to Craig. Craig is amazing. He is with Keller Home Loans. We're going to get you refinance. He's going to take care of you. And then when that closes, you get a commission on that, and you've had a way to re-engage your database. So while that person may not be ready to buy or sell for another 5 to 7 years, if not more, maybe less, you had an opportunity to connect with them about another value you can offer them. And then that's another great way to engage them and to be like, okay, while we're talking, do you know anybody that needs to buy or sell right now? Do you know somebody else that I can help you?
In order to take advantage of that, you have to be
Yes, in order to be able to be paid on it, yes. Yeah, so you can actually take the classes and get your loan officer license, and you can't, while you would be writing loans, you would be able to refer them over. Yeah.
Which Craig will tell you a lot of that.
Yeah, he'll tell you he
I
is-
wouldn't implement it myself, but I'm trying to get my real estate stuff going. So, and just put that.
It's something great to have on your, to have,
But like I found it a lot. With me having my other job, and me doing this, I built like in my foundation way. Like the Pico stuff going, where it's like kind of feeding itself. and then
Yep.
sort of adding mobile stuff. You get it, it's the whole place, you get it, so it's like whole, like stress.
it's more cost, it's more stress if you don't have already been focused on your real estate. So it's something great that you could put on your long-term goals. So my goal was to have it done by my birthday, which is February 10th, and I haven't started it yet. So I had to reset that goal. Now I want to have it done by April 1st. So I really need to start like right now in order to make that happen. You can yell at me for that. So we have KW communities. This is so cool. These are little niche communities that we have that agents that are getting together. And we saw it at Family Reunion. I'm a part of a community, and we had a mixer on Sunday night when we got there. You have your diversity, equity, and inclusion. That includes the Rainbow Network. That includes the Asian, American Indian, Asian Pacific Islander community. There is a group for Black agents. There's a group for Hispanic agents, Latino agents. There's a group for almost every sort of group that you may identify with. Also, as agents, you may have niches, you may have specialties that you are focused on. You have KW commercial, KW land, KW luxury, KW military. We have new construction, sports and entertainment. Andrea Langfeld, who is a member of our ALC, who is an agent in Kentucky, she is part of the sports and entertainment expansion team. And then we have KW Young Professionals, which I think is either 30 or 35 and under. So you two would qualify.
Yeah, okay. I wish.
Yeah, you need to be a part of that. So, next, let's talk about how this fits into your career vision. Now we come to a fun part. After being introduced to all that Keller Williams has to offer, it's time to focus on you. We know everybody loves, especially agents, we love talking about ourselves. We like focusing on ourselves, our goals, our dreams, our vision. So let me ask you, and I think we've already answered this to some extent, what drew you to this career? Money, financial freedom. Okay. What else?
Yeah, I worked in mortgage company. So, and I spent quite a few years preparing people to go to the agent and buy a house. I did buy a house.
So let me ask you this. How many in your, being in that industry for 20 years, how many data agents?
Quite a few.
You know, do you know how yeah, there are so many people out there that have become agents as a result of working with a bad agent. It's almost, I almost hear it more than people like, oh, I had such an amazing agent. They looked like they had such fun. They were so good. They were on top of it. I want a piece of that. No, it's like, man, they screwed up. They were horrible. They didn't answer their phone. They didn't respond to my messages. They didn't show up. They showed up late to showings. They did this and they did that. And like, I could do that better. And the crazy thing is that, you know, especially if you go through the process of buying a home, which I know you're doing right now, you've already purchased a home, is when you get to the closing table and you see that number on your closing statement. My agent made this much and they did that. So many people are like, either they're motivated by the money, they're seeing it like, I could do better than that and make that amount of money. Or they say, you know what, I see that benefit, I see that value, and I see how rewarding it can be, and I want to do that myself. So there's a lot of people that fit into one or two sides of that coin, but a lot of times is having the bad experience with agents. And, you know, we as good agents, we sometimes, we love bad agents because they make us look better. But also they keep reminding us of how not to do our business, how not to run our business. So what do you intend to achieve for yourself and your family in doing this career branding?
I'm gonna be a top seller.
Be a top seller, maybe a top producer. Yes. And what is that going to mean besides financial freedom? What is that going to mean to your, how old are your kids?
My youngest is 12.
Okay, love that. So let's say you're 12-year-old. I have a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old. And they both have already talked about wanting to be in real estate. Like their vision is working with their dad in real estate. Let's say your 12-year-old says, it's boy or girl. Okay. He comes to you and says, Mom, I see what you do, and I want to do it too. What would that mean to you? You're already teaching. So, what would it mean for your family, specifically your son, for you to go out there and become a top producer and have them see that?
So he would think I'm so awesome. He already does, but I mean, to him, that would just, I think it would push him a little more to be more involved. Because I often tell my son, my business is your business when I be here. I'm leaving it to you. I'm expecting you to take over
Love
and
it.
continue to build.
I love it.
And so, with all of my accomplishments over my career, whatever I learned, I try to do it.
I love it.
So we're all over the place now. We're learning the financial side. My background is in finance, so he's went through those steps with me, and now he's going through real estate phases.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. I posted on Facebook. I don't think we were friends on Facebook at this time when I posted it. But a couple months ago, my 14-year-old, I was having a conversation with a client, and I have this really bad habit. And of course, it's just my kids that are around. It's not like anybody else can hear. So I have a conversation on speakerphone, and we're talking about a deal that I need to pretty much save. And then I hang up the phone, and we're talking about closing costs. And my 14-year-old goes, well, Dad, can't the seller just pay more closing costs for the buyer? I'm like, yes, honey, she can. I'm like, I love that. Thank you so much. Like, I just love it because she has absorbed that and she hears it. And I try to, like, if I'm in the car, and this happened on Saturday, yesterday, I was picking up my daughter from work. One of my PC agents was calling me and she was needing to write a contract and we're going over some terms. And I'm answering it on Bluetooth so she can hear, my daughter can hear everything. And I usually try to let people know, like, hey, just let you know my kids in the car, especially if the person has a potty mouth. So, like, if it's Alex, I go, hey, just let you know my kids are in the car. This person doesn't have a potty mouth, so I didn't have to worry about it. So I didn't tell her, like, hey, my daughter's in the car. But, you know, after I hung up the phone, I'm explaining to her what we were talking about. We were talking about a contingency. We were talking about it's a condo, so there's HOA fees. I'm trying to explain that to her. Because like you said, you're trying to, every chance you get, just kind of plant those seeds so they can understand, because they're going to absorb it and they're going to retain it, and then they're not going to forget it. Right. Like, I'm remembering the things that I learned when I was 12 years old. Like, I'm still remembering it. And so it's kind of cool because you're just planting those seeds. And it is kind of cool because we know we're not doing great. We know that. But we make some cool stuff happen. You did it on the mortgage side. You're going to do it on the agent side. I mean, we do kind of at the end of the day, we're like, it was pretty badass what we did to make this happen. And so it is kind of cool to have the younger generation see that. And Alex, when you do become a father, which you will, I know, you will see that as well. So what is your biggest goal to what you can leave? So right now you're 23 years old, you just turned 23. You're getting ready to buy your first house. Let's just say in 10 years from now, you're going to have been an agent for 11 years. You're going to be a top producer. What is that going to mean for your family in your future? When you're at 33.
One thing right now is just teaching people to play with their children. My generation of like people are my age. One, they're thinking of my house. Two, three, like sell and like take it out of it. Just things like that. Like there's so many things you can do.
So not to interrupt you, but when you say that those are limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of the people in my like age, especially over Costco, which there's so many people my age. So many people have already told me, I was like, I'm 23 to buy a couch. And I was like, you can do it. I'm not saying it won't take some time, but like fading out the future will help you figure out the plan. And me going through it and me meeting with financial planners and landowners, county realtors, and all these things, showing off that like I did it
Mm-hmm.
at my age, will just hopefully help inspire other people's life. You know, oh shit, I can do it as well.
Yeah. I love that. You know, and you have a benefit of being a Costco. I know Costco is one of the better paid retail, or, you know, extensively retail. But so the people that you're there working with, and the people at your age that are working there have the benefit of working for a company that actually compensates them a little bit better. So they're in a better position. But also talking to people your age that don't have the benefit of working at Costco, say they're working at Walmart or they're working someplace that may not pay as well, but they still have the opportunity to purchase when they maybe don't think they do. So you see your role as educating them.
Yeah, I love CG.
So, and you did a very good job Saturday night at hosting. You hosted a seminar on Saturday night, a home buying seminar. And also what I love that you added to it is you added wealth building. You know, at 23, I was not thinking, I didn't buy my first home until I was 13. Which is the national average. I love the average. I wasn't even thinking about it. You know, even buying my first home, I wasn't even thinking about building wealth. And so you're 23 and you're talking to somebody about it, you see it from the mortgage side. How your first investment, and I will say my previous broker did a really good job of sort of flipping the script for me and saying, hey, you're not just selling people their first home, you're selling them their first investment. And when you start looking at it in that perspective, and you start really, and we had the numbers up on the board here that Jennifer did, it's so amazing to see how much wealth you can build by just buying which is a necessity. Housing is a necessity. But taking a necessity, investing in it, and creating wealth from it, and just building wealth, and just keep building upon that. It is so freaking amazing. So not only are you going to be doing that for your family, you're going to help other families do that. And by doing that for other families, you're creating raving fans. You're creating your database. You're building your network of clients that you're going to use to leverage more business. So it's pretty cool. So today is, okay, what is this? Okay. Let's imagine it's 1 year from today. So I know y'all have your participant guide up on your screen, so you really can't write it. But let's say that we wrote in a year from today. So March 3rd, 2026. And we're going to be reading this a year from now. Your business is thriving and your life is everything you dreamed of. Your customers rave, we talk about raving fans. Your customers rave about the experience and value you provide and think of you when they have a real estate need. Your family and friends are so proud of your success and are consistently referring business your way. You are helping others live their dream of owning a home because you are focused on helping them get what they deserve. You are building the foundation and momentum for your entire career and gaining relationships and experiences and the income you desire. You are the top agent in your market center, or you're a rookie of the year if you're new. You're poised to hire a part-time assistant to handle your 80% while you take care of the 20% that grows your business. And then you are on the path to, what are we on the path to a year from now? 12 sales? How do you think about it? A year from now. A year from now, you'll have 12 sales.
Yes.
So what's your next step? You're on the path to, remember, we're on the path. It's not, doesn't have to necessarily be the next thing we're going to achieve. It's something that we're walking towards. I would say financial freedom. What would you put there? You can copy.
I would say building a team.
Building a team. Okay, love that.
Coaching.
Coaching. Okay.
You know, the life coach thing. The fixed chat.
Yeah. Okay. Being coached.
Being a coach.
Being a coach. Love that. Okay. Let's expand our thinking beyond 1 year. For example, what are you doing for people that you care about? What charities would you support? How would you make the lives of yourself and everyone around you better? Again, we don't have the participant guides printed up. But let's just say this is our income. This is our GCI that we make in a year. And we're going to say, okay, with this, we're going to name 5 things that we're going to do for other people to make their lives bigger and better. Brandy, let's just say next year, this was your income. What would one of these boxes look like? Remember, this is something for others.
Salvation Army and St. Paul.
Okay, Salvation Army, say this. Okay, okay. What about you, Alex?
Which one were you?
Well, where would it go? If you say this was your GCI next year, what would one of these boxes look like for you?
I would like to donate maybe like hospice. You always,
Okay.
do this job foundation continues.
Okay.
Always hospice to help with
Okay.
so,
Okay, I like that. Do you, would you pay off Craig and Tara's mortgage? If you found out
I
that you
thought
had
about the car, she paid for
to buy your mom a car,
across the
okay?
my dad.
Yeah, I hear that. Talking about others.
This is just others. Yeah, I thought I donate like hospice.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Buy your mom a car, donate to hospice. I'd send my parents on a really nice vacation. That's what they have, my parents have money, but they don't spend it.
Sound like we're there. You know, and I keep telling them to take
It's just, you know, my sisters and I, we all have good jobs. We don't need it. When they pass, we're like, we want you to have experiences, and they will not go out and have experiences. My parents have always, you know, I guess being from parents that lived through the Depression, they had instilled in them, like, you know, just save your money, you sit on it, you sit on it. And it's like, I understand that, but like, where is it gonna get you? Exactly. I mean, it'll get you a nicer casket, you know, I don't get it.
My parents have already like paid for their plots. My dad's head starts moving down. I'm like, this is showing that you just.
You're just resigned.
Yeah,
Like, go enjoy life.
yeah, go enjoy it.
You're playing your dad and you're not even enjoying life.
You're not even, no. I totally get it. So, yeah, I'd send my parents on a trip. I'd send them on a cruise around the world or something like that, something that they would never do for themselves. That they would just consider to be too ostentatious, but something that they would just, that they need, they deserve. Gary Keller, who is also known as what, Alex? GK once said, to achieve success, you need motivation and inspiration for doing it your big why. So as you go through Ignite, look for ways you're limiting your own success and remove the barriers that you're putting in your own way. Be especially aware of those limiting beliefs that can creep in if you're not careful. Connect to your goals and push through and achieve them. At KW, we believe in thinking big. We never limit ourselves by thinking average or anything less than big. Everyone has a big why. Your big why is what you're most passionate about, and along with your mindset and attitude, it's what drives you. In the last activity, you estimated how much you'd like to earn to pay for the things that are most important to you. We talked about what we would do with our money if we had it. Now let's talk about how commissions work. Many new agents get the check for the first closing and they pocket it all. It is an exciting amount of money, and then they get into trouble down the line. That was me. Let's talk about where the money goes and how you can use it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then what'd you say? All right, let's talk about where the money goes and how much you'll actually be going towards your goal. These numbers are very general and are meant only as an example. Actual amounts, of course, may vary, especially if you're on a team. Okay, so here's the animation. And here we go. A third goes to the market center. That will pay your company dollar, your franchise royalty, and all your fees. There we go. Taxes. And what's left is your share. That's a lot different than thinking you're gaining a full commission, isn't it? Here's an important habit to start now. Put money away for your taxes religiously. Alex, how much you set aside of taxes? You don't want to have a year's worth of work wiped out because you failed to plan. So 30% should go towards taxes. Two best things you need to do, set aside 30% of taxes and also get yourself a really good accountant. If you find a really good accountant that is telling you exactly how to track your expenses and your Alex's favorite word, write off. Loves write-offs. You will be able to maximize how you are making your money work for you. Okay. You talk to a financial planner. Do you have a financial planner? Okay. You talk to a financial planner. You find out, hey, what can I be doing to maximize the money that I'm setting aside? Instead of paying all 30% to Uncle Sam or Uncle Donald, what are we doing with this money instead? I'm setting aside what I need to set aside for taxes. But then I'm also taking advantage of any opportunities that are available to me to write off my business, my expenses, whatever I have spent to generate this business, whatever I've spent to perform my job, I can write that off. What's left over is what I pay in taxes, but what I've saved, I can invest. What can I invest it in? I can invest it in a SEP IRA, which is a self-employed retirement plan. I can invest in mutual funds. I can invest in crypto, whatever I choose to invest in. I can invest in maximize the money that I'm setting aside. Okay, so let's talk about how many do I need to sell in order to make what I want to make. My net income, we're talking about net income, not your gross. Your GCI is your gross. But in order to net $100,000 after I pay all my taxes, after I pay all of this stuff, how much do I need to sell in order to make $100,000 net? Well, we have to know where we're going to start. Your GCI, $180,000. Let's just say in order to make that, I need to sell 20 houses. My typical commission on selling a house would be $9,000. So at a 3% commission rate, that would be about what, a $300,000 purchase price, which is about average for this area of Cincinnati. I'm going to sell 20 houses at $9,000 GCI per house. I'm going to pay $30,000 to the company for a cap and fees. I'm going to pay $50,000 in business expenses and taxes. And in order to do all of that, I'm going to come out with $100,000 in net income. So here's another thing that we can do. If we can put in our own, if you have it in your participant guide where you can plug that in yourself. If you're just starting out your business, and I would use the average in Cincinnati, I think $300,000 would be a great place to start. That's good. Okay, so we have how you can get better with training. Here's KW University. If you have any feedback or anything you want to give on this, you can definitely scan that QR code. If you want to talk about KW Cares, again, KW Cares is amazing. I have a really cool thing that I bought in Vegas 2 weeks ago. It is an autographed Taylor Swift photo that I bid on at an auction. I will say I was a little inebriated when I bid on it. I didn't realize how much I bid on it until 5 days later when I was told I won it, but it was worth every penny. But all the proceeds went to KW Cares, so I'm so excited about it. Please stop by my office and look at it. It's really cool. But this last year with the fires in California, with the hurricane in North Carolina, we mobilized faster than any other charity, even faster than the Red Cross and FEMA. So KW Cares took truckloads of supplies and help to both of those affected areas. So on a national level, they are showing up. There is no administrative costs that go towards your donation, unlike some other charities where if you donate $1, maybe only 60 cents goes to the actual charity because they pay for leadership, they pay for overhead, they pay for all of that. Every dollar you donate to KW Cares goes straight to KW Cares, which is amazing. But even we talked about on a local level. This market center last year lost one of its agents. That agent who passed away, his funeral was taken care of by KW Cares. Another agent lost a child in a tragic car accident. That funeral was taken care of by KW Cares. We give emergency grants up to $5,000, life altering grants up to $30,000. There is an application process. You can choose to donate after every transaction. It's just automatic. $20 for every transaction you get donated. You can choose whatever amount you want. It is pretty cool. We have KW Next Gen. There's Trevor right there.
Oh, yeah.
That is cool. So
He's on that.
I don't know if he knows he's on that or not. So hold on, let's take a picture and then that's kind of cool.
He looks pleased.
He's that close to GK.
No, no kidding.
Let's so this dude right here is an agent who was with Chabri Group, and now he's a PC, he's a coach over at
He's
MJD.
actually one that's going to be effective for this.
Yep. So KW Next Gen, if you know somebody that is 30 or under, they don't even have to be wanting to get into real estate. This is just to help them to live a bigger and better life. So if you have any children that, or anybody in your family or anybody that you know in your universe that could benefit from it, you definitely want to get them into this. We are having it here. Next Gen Quantum Leap is actually happening here in April. So get them here. We got people flying in from Texas, from corporate, from KWRI to teach this class. Not GK, he won't be here, but it is definitely an event that will benefit somebody in your life. So yeah. Awesome, y'all. Well, that is it. Sorry I had to rush through that. I was not planning on teaching this morning. This was supposed to be, thank you. This was supposed to be, Susan is sick again. Poor Susan has the flu. She had it bad last month and she has it bad again. She texted us last night. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers because she is wiped out with it. So definitely is going around. You what?